The ability of Israelis to think outside the box was once again demonstrated in the past few months following the deadly attacks launched by Iran and its proxies with the intent to annihilate Israel. After the shock of October 7th, we witnessed the ingenuity, creativity, and dedication of many Israelis, as well as Israeli startups and other organizations, rising to meet the existential challenges posed by the ring of fire encircling the country. Israel was already renowned as the startup nation before this momentous transformation in the Middle East. But I would like to take this opportunity to share 4 cultural secrets that underpin this exceptionalism and set Israel apart in the world. In this short presentation, I would like to highlight 4 cultural antecedents of entrepreneurship and innovation in the Israeli startup scene. First, openness and a strong drive toward innovation. Second, a lack of fear in navigating the chaos of the unknown. Third, the daring spirit of chutzpah that challenges existing conventions and protocols. And fourth, an egalitarian cultural framework that encourages all employees to share new ideas and question directions they perceive as misguided. Together, these cultural codes motivate Israelis to push beyond state-of-the-art technologies and continually seek innovative solutions to global challenges. These same cultural codes also explain the bold spirit and pragmatic approach to out-of-the-box solutions. Let me begin with openness and the push toward innovation. President Obama famously stated in New Hampshire in 2008, "There is no problem that we cannot solve. There is no destiny that we cannot fulfill." Every tech company in Israel would welcome Obama's perspective as he identified a key driving motivation within Israel. Herzl, the father of Zionism and a cornerstone of Israeli identity and culture, is renowned for saying, "If you will it, this is no legend." In response to Obama, "Yes, we can," Israelis would assert, "Nothing is impossible. Nothing stands in the way of the will." These statements reflect a deep cultural belief that nothing is impossible and that there must be a way. This mindset embodies a conviction in the openness of the world to innovation and change, suggesting that if we dedicate ourselves, we will find a path forward. You can see this spirit in the freedom given to Israeli children to explore their world with few limitations. The outcome of this freedom are evident in the ability of a young soldier woman to envision and propose the technical solutions that could forever change the Middle East. Let's move on to the lack of fear and the willingness to venture into the unknown. Over the past decade, I interviewed 300 Israeli scientists who collaborated with German and American colleagues. When discussing cultural differences, the interviewees often cited courage, or rather, a lack of fear among Israeli graduate students, postdocs, more generally in the Israeli tendency to push beyond the established and the known boundaries. I was surprised and asked them, "What is there to fear in science?" And they replied, "Hierarchy, protocols, ethical codes, and standard operating procedures. These elements structure science, and if you break the mold of the familiar, you are likely to be reprimanded, leading to a defensive strategy." In Israel, however, there is little respect for hierarchy and preordained codes. Instead, Israelis are easily tempted to jump into the unknown, continually exploring and discovering new ideas, new approaches, new technologies, and new capabilities that enable them to advance. Cultural codes are not easily separated. However, I would like to suggest that the time-honored Jewish spirit of chutzpah and the ongoing challenge to religious precedents have significantly contributed to the ability of Israeli startups to transcend existing conventions and break free from established protocols in pursuit of innovative solutions. Jewish education emphasizes argumentation. The Talmud, regarded as a foundational text, is structured around conflicting interpretations of biblical passages, requiring students to continually seek new understandings and interpretations. Unlike the go-by-the-book mentality often attributed to German and American norms, Jewish education encourages the development of entirely new ideas, essentially to write a new book. When engaging with the Torah, one is inspired to follow in the footsteps of Abraham, Moses, and the prophets who boldly argued with God. Chutzpah is deeply embedded in Jewish education culture, and this spirit of chutzpah is a key motivator in the relentless pursuit of what is new. Because to innovate, one must sometimes disobey. Let me conclude with the fourth code by discussing the egalitarian Israeli culture. You might be surprised to consider the following idea, but Israel and the United States share a post-European, or rather an anti-European ethical stance. Both countries reject monarchy and aristocracy, embracing openness and equal opportunity. I remember Larry Summers, then president of Harvard, visiting our campus at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. In his address, he mentioned that despite his high rank, any 18-year-old at Harvard College might stop him in class with a daring question. "Welcome home," we all said. This is how things operate in Israel, in academia, in the military, in politics, in startups. Everyone, including total neophytes, are entitled to speak their minds and to do so the moment an idea springs into their mind, impatiently and enthusiastically. One interviewee recalled that as a young soldier, he interrupted the defense minister mid-sentence because he believed the minister was taking the wrong approach. And he was not reprimanded for his chutzpah. Indeed, students and employees are expected to present new ideas and resist when instructed to follow what they perceive as the wrong, ineffective, or wasteful path. Together, these four codes illuminate what many proudly recognize as the vibrant counterpart to Silicon Valley. Indeed, global tech giants have all established their R&D centers in Israel, drawn by the unique spark that this remarkable nation adds to innovation and creativity. These four cultural codes are the secrets behind Israel's dynamic spirit, transforming this small yet resilient place in the Middle East into a thriving hub for groundbreaking technologies and new paradigms. It is culture that drives the ingenuity and creativity that make Israel a beacon of innovation.